Morning, everyone. I'm going to switch off because I have the Bluetooth on my chair and not just straight up on the. Okay, yeah. I had it on the chair, so I didn't have the Bluetooth like clearly on the phone, so you couldn't really hear me that good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and how are you? Hope everybody slept well. The kids are not in school this morning, of course. Hopefully, you got some plans on some hot chocolate, some coffee, some tea, maybe even some cream of wheat, right? That's good. So, my dear is not up yet, but we've got plans. We've got crayons. So, we've got some coloring plans today. We're going to do some art. Before we get started, let's do Psalms 8. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Who has set thy glory above the heavens? Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars which thou hast ordained, what is man that thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou visitest him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, yea, and the beasts of the field, the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the sea. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Wonderful, right? So, I'm always talking everything in correlation, in which it is. And I always talk about how our bodies are like running science projects, and they are. It is. It is. And so is that four-letter word called love. Some and liken it to an experience of chemical reaction, which brings forth all of these other symptoms of love. Googly eyes, long staring moments, holding of hands, sweaty palms, things of that nature. And it's also marked by bigger things like flowers and um, anniversaries and birthdays and things that make a person acknowledge that there is someone else's feelings that they consider outside of their own. So there is proof that there is real love. But I have been working on this little ditty like all since last year, the end of last year, and it is so scientific, but it's all love. It's all love. Pardon me, I think I'm trying to get a head cold because the temperature has changed drastically and rapidly in the last few days. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have noticed. And this is not the time to put away the jackets. Please get the jackets out. What members only jackets, whatever jacket you have. Now is the time to have shirt sleeves. I know when they get out of school, usually that it's kind of hot, so they're tying them around their waist, which is normal. What is not normal is, do you notice that people have been wearing winter wear all year round? Like, it's getting weirder and weirder. Yes, the members only jackets, the half collar. So before I forget, I definitely want to sing this song to you because I have been waiting to sing this song. I just had the beat that I had with it. It was a little childish. It wasn't going to be able to handle the complexity of this song. So hopefully you like it. I still have a members only jacket, even though it's not noticed as a members only jacket. It has the feels. It definitely has the feels, and only the two pockets on the side, no other pockets. But it's still cute, and it has no hood. That's the perfect one. That and maybe a hat in the pocket. I don't know. From the top of my heart, chemistry from the start. Only senses can feel chemical reaction. The smell in the room, that's in a perfume. Blood pulsing my veins, I'm gaining traction. Trying to mix up to do a potion with you. Periodic tap you, had up the factions. Clear off the table, heat up my beaker. Plug in the speaker, no make my elements weak. Clear off the table, heat up my beaker. Straight up my columns, now solve my element problems. Wait a minute. AL aluminum, gotta save me from these bums. PB is for letting my ex then ate his share. Silver and platinum, I think you gotta ask them. TI titanium must be strong cause nickel can't come. You must be heat, FE the iron. Surely this love is cold, as pure as gold. I call it AU. Properties. Remember, I forget what naughty by nature or something like. You remember OPP? Yeah, you know me. Remember OPP? Yeah, you know me. So y'all better stop messing with other people's property. I think the citizens of Baltimore or anywhere else is pretty much worn out of trying to track these packages. Like it's taken on like a whole second job. It's a whole second job. Yeah, this is my one of my one of my many songbooks. I'm always writing something down. I'm going to do the real con again later on today because I think I liked it. I loved it. I loved it. But let's get on to the cards. We've got this tarot deck today. This is the Sun. This is a love deck. And I don't do love readings. I don't do love readings. I only do general readings because who knows where you are in life. And some people are not love-centered. Some people actually have other things on their mind. They just need to know if love's going to knock them off balance or not. And I think that's more logical because let's just get it. The people that you love, you don't always love 100% of the time. You love them majority of the time. It's just you have those fleeting moments where you have to decide, and that's okay. It's actually the human part of us. If you never go in to reevaluate how much is there, then you take for granted how much is not. So you do need to reevaluate every so often. However, that ain't been on my mind lately, but if it has been on your mind, let's get you some answers. So we've got, oh shoot, the ace came out. My hands are very, very small, and I like that. I like that. My hands are very, very small. That means I really don't have to hold on to a lot of BS, right? I can let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. If it falls on the floor, it goes. All right, so we've had the Ace of Pentacles pop out, and oh shoot, that was two cards. The Ten of Swords and a Page of Wands. The Page of Wands came out upside down. Oh shoot, I didn't even notice the Ace of Wands. Okay. Well, let's see what else we get. We need one more card. La la la. Did you like that song? It's like a chemistry. It's like it's chemistry. This is what we have with each other when we go out, whether it's platonic or romantic. This is what we have with each other. It's chemistry. Oh, and there's our card. Just popped out. And I'm going to put the rest of the deck away. I'm going to keep this book out because we never read from this deck. It's very rare that I use this deck. This was actually my first official deck. At first, I was not even trying to go to the tarot cards because, everybody has something. Everybody always has some kind of opinion. I don't know what that loud pop was, but hey, as long as it's not coming over here. So, yeah, I never, wanted to do it, but, because of all the stuff and stuff. But most of the people who always told me not to do things, they don't look very happy. And over the time of reevaluating those things, those people didn't want me to be happy either because they couldn't either achieve the happiness. And honestly, I wasn't doing nothing but smiling. So you got to understand that some people, it doesn't matter what you have, it's your smile. They just want to destroy your smile for some crazy, crazy reason. They might even want to just upset you. I mean, God knows there are a bunch of thieves out here like scamming, taking people's accounts and frauding and stealing and things of that nature. But most of it just comes from a person just not wanting you to be happy, and that's a sickness. That's the real sickness. Like that's a sickness. Too bad there's no mask for that. So the last card that came out, ooh, was the death card in reverse. And that's not always bad. So let's see what the story goes. So far we've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and Death. The only things that are in the upside down are the Page of Wands and the Death card. That's it, right? So we've got this book here, and we're going to read it. The title instructions, the Sun, the Lower deck. This is a deck by Stuart Kaplan. Okay, he references the Kabbalah, key to in 1910. All right. So this has supposed some good studying and research behind it. Ace of Cups in this book is, let's see. I don't think we have any major arcana. We got a page Ace of Pentacles. No major arcanas. So we've got the Ace of Cups. The waters are beneath, upon which are water lilies. The hand issues from the cloud, holding in its palm the cup from which four streams are pouring. A dove bearing in its bill a cross-marked host descends to place the wafer in the cup. The dew of water is falling on all sides. It is an imitation of which may lie behind the lesser arcana. Divinatory meanings: true heart, joy, content, abode, nourishment, abundance, fertility, holy, table, felicity hereof, reversed false heart, mutation, instability, revolution. Well, at least this is an upright. So this just means a true heart, content, joy, abode, nourishment. All right, sounds good so far. And it's over top the Page of Wands. Let's see what that means. Okay, they're the wands. The Page of Wands is, I'm going to do it shorter. In a scene similar to the former, a young man stands in the act of proclamation. Remember, this is upside down. He is unknown but faithful, and his tidings are strange. So in the reverse, this means anecdotes, announcements, evil news, also indecision, and the instability which usually accompanies it. And that's under the Ace of Cups. Compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, marriage, lack of direction. Okay. So this speaks of a very confusing time for someone. They have lack of direction. They're procrastinating, but there's love. All right. So someone has a big major decision to make because this is Ace of Cups against the Page of Wands in reverse. So although my love and everything might be there, there may be a deeper, there's something deeper that needs to be delved into, because who wants to make kids with somebody who's really not ready to be there? And remember, everything that's up top should go below. So if you have a lack of direction and you're worried about love, I think you need to just hold back on that, because lack of direction creates confusion, which creates animosity in love, and you don't want to do that. So if you're not ready to do it all and be transparent, I think you should put that to the side until you're ready, because lack of direction and love can't coincide. You understand? You're going to wreck something that you probably want to hold precious, Okay, off to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Okay. Hold up. Yeah, the Ace of Wands was the Page of Wands. That was the Page of Wands. Pardon me. The Page of Wands anecdotes. So I did do that right. And that was the Ace of Cups. The water, blah 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 blah. Error, false heart, mutation. But that was the true abundance. So I don't understand. Definitely to hold tight on that love thing. So now we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's always weird, especially when you really want to be, you want to be clear because you don't want anybody to say that you gave them the wrong directions. A hand is issuing a usual from a cloud holds up a pinnacle. So this is in the upright. So this means perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, gold, which means abundance. So it's the Ace of Pentacles over top of the Ace of Wands, which actually sounds pretty good to me. And once again, we have abundance. So we have the Ace of Pentacles over the Ace of Wands. So there is pure abundance to be had. This is abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity, new project, inspiration, art, urge to create, willpower, desire, power, potential beginnings, new opportunities, growth. These are two cards that are wonderful over top of each other and they make sense. So when it goes back to this love, maybe the person may want to get their pinnacles and their house in order before they, because love can suffer if things are not in order. If you do not have the mindset, because it's not always about money. If you don't have the mindset, you don't have the vision, you don't have the force that it takes to create what is love in a relationship, I think you should put that aside until you have everything together. Because guess what? The person that you pick now might be a different person by the time you finish building your pentacles, and that is very fine. That is very fine. People don't understand levels. It's levels to this stuff, right? It's levels. It's levels to it because as you level up, the person that you find attractive is going to change. And sometimes attractive people aren't very attractive. When looks is all you have to offer, it sometimes could turn a very attractive person into an unattractive person because you have to be able to offer something. Can I love you without looking at you? Is a question. Can I? Can I hear your voice every day? Can I deal with your mannerisms when you're not there? When I look at something in the corner, do I think of you lovingly or do I think of you as annoyance? And this can change over time. You can go from looking lovingly at one space to saying, you know what, it makes me cringe. And that is okay. The good thing about this is you're free to change your mind. But what's not cool is changing your mind behind someone's back and expecting them to cushion your fall when you've not made anyone informed of your decisions. So why should they inform you of their change? Fair is fair, right? So we've got these last two cards, the Ten of Swords and the Death in Rebirth. Doesn't look bad. So this is, ooh, this card says no. This is 10. Air signs, Scorpio, water Scorpio. There's a no in this water Scorpio. So let's see. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And this one, the death in reverse, is resistance to change, fearing change, holding on, stagnancy, decay, personal transformation. So, although this might hurt, you definitely need to just sit down for a little bit, and it's going to be okay. You may need to just go back to the drawing board, and that's okay. You might just need to go back to the drawing board. A lot of us do. A lot of us have found out that going back to the drawing board isn't so bad. It's just when you're attached to something so much and you know it's not good for you. That's just like the person smoking a cigarette or the alcoholic or anyone who grossly does something to the point where it's like it's not healthy. So, with this little story being told, may hold on to love for a little bit to make the head over heart decision. As I've mentioned last week, I think I mentioned this last week. Sometimes you got to make a head over heart decision. Right now, the head over heart decisions are winning at this time because We put so much unstable emotion out into the universe that love does not look like love. Um, hate, we don't even know what that looks like anymore because it now looks like love. And with all of these flighty emotions out here, we really can't tell what we're dealing with. So let's just get back to actually being friends again. Let's start there. Let's be social again. Or if not, don't be social, but don't put pressure on anybody. If I look to the left and I look to my right and there's something that I see that I don't like, guess what? I don't look again. I take interest in what's in front of me, what's going to make my path healthy. And hopefully someone takes this in stride. And really, if you're on someone's page and you don't like them, ask yourself, what buttons are you missing that's navigating you to a place that you don't like? Don't go there. Anyway, anyhow, ah, I failed to sing my other song. Didn't know I was headed to a nightmare when you rocked me to sleep. I used to swim through shallow waters 'cause my heart ached too deep. With your touch, it felt warm, but it never felt secure. And it's all good 'cause I'm not done yet. There's levels to this mess. 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 Kinda thought you were a bore, maybe just a chore, maybe just a hard project. No one really knew what you would be up to. Now this is your last regret. Didn't know I was headed to a nightmare when you rocked me to sleep. I used to swim through shallow waters 'cause my heart aches so deep. With your touch, it felt warm, but it never felt secure. And it's all good 'cause I'm not done yet. It's levels to this mess. Thanks for coming. Hi, Richard. Hi, Callie. Hi, everyone. Hi, Claire. Thank you. I'll see you in a few. I'm gonna fix breakfast.